cool people, it's Kaz. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to test my listening skills. So what happened is, my friend sent me this video of Doja Cat turning herself into an e-girl and said that I should try recreating it. So I was like, yeah, why not? I'm going to follow Doja Cat's Vogue tutorial video, but I'm only going to be using sounds by listening to it, not looking at it. You know, you get it. So I just got all of my palettes and hoping that that's what she's going to use. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm actually kind of nervous about this. I don't know why.
Hey Vogue, I do a face wash and I use
Skincare.
exfoliating powder.
Oh, I'm not doing
My
that
hands are a little wet.
because I already washed my
Alright.
face.
First, with my makeup, I colorize. Becca, cosmetics.
Color corrector.
I start a
She's
lot
doing color
picking
corrector, but I don't
ones.
really have that. But I think I'm just going to conceal.
I do my foundation next, and I use
Wait,
2 pumps of that.
wait.
And then I do it across my cheeks, and then I just make sure I
Prime the face first. That's basically what she did, just in a skincare form. Am I the only one that does this? Because there's still a lot of product left, but when you try to squeeze it out, it doesn't really, what do you call this, get out of the tube. And so this is what I do. Am I the only one who does this? Only broke ass people can really.
just keep building depending on how I feel. I go over my eye, I go over my eyelashes, I go over my brows. So I put concealer. I use Fenty. So then I take it.
And she says kind of build it over. And I heard her say she doesn't go over her eyebrows. So we're not going to go over her eyebrows. There, and she said concealer, right?
And then I do a little soul patch, like a villain, like a Disney villain.
So I know that the bow is kind of like that, right? That's a bow. And the soul patch. Soul patch. Soul patch. Is this a soul patch? Yeah, I don't freaking know, man. It only makes sense it's here, right? Did I do it right? Am I doing this right? Is this the right thing? And then she said blend it out.
Next step, this Laura Mercier powder. So I go in with my sponge. So then I put that right on my cheeks, just in the center, because I don't like when this is shiny. Everything else can be shiny. This fluffy eyeshadow brush, like a blending brush, and then I press it in here. And this makes it so that none of that fine line shit happens.
Dude, is this right? She was saying
then I
about
take
something
this,
like a fluffy brush.
Brush it, I flick it out like this. I try not to swipe it onto my face or push it down. We want like a very thin layer, but just enough to hold everything. I take this foundation brush, and it's kind of flat like that, and I go like this. And I just massage it. Don't look at my hairline. This isn't necessarily baking.
Did I do that right? I think I did that right, to be honest. I think I'm pretty good at context clues. I'll know when I'm editing this and everything's wrong. Suddenly everything's wrong, nothing's right.
I just baked, and you can see I created a cheekbone. I always contour with bronzer. Yeah. And I go under my chin.
Did she just contour right now? With everything that I've heard, I'm going to follow my gut and contour. This is the only flat brush I have that's like big enough to be considered a foundation brush, so I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna go with my gut and say that that's what she did. She said hairline. And she said she kinda made it look like she had a cheek. She looks like she has like a cheekbone now.
It's like a shadow. And then I go under my chin. I take it down into like my nose, but I start from here, create that shadow. I blend this out. Next, I do my blush.
She says start from the edges, make it higher. So I'm thinking it's like close to the eyes.
And just work on the edges and I bring my blush up. Because I like a high cheekbone, I always make sure it's higher than lower. I just start packing it onto my nose and I scrub it. I scrub my nose pretty much. I scrub it on the sides, I get under it, on the sides, bam, and then I like to get a little bit on my lips. And then I take a little bit onto my eyelids, and then I take my bronzer and I swirl it around. And I focus on my outer area because it just looks better on me. This is very watery, this is very liquidy blush. And I would take it, the tiniest bit, and just pat it on my nose. And right on top, you can also, what's great is you can put liquid blush on top of powder. I do my brows. I do like a little spot, like a mini spot brow.
She puts more blush on her nose. And what edges? Edges of the eyes, edges of the face. The bronzer thing. She said bronzer, outer corners, outer edges. I mean, we were talking about eyes just before she said that, so did she also mean some bronzer on the outer part of the eye? Just a little bit, just to be sure. Girl, I am lost. She said make a shape first, so that's what I'm going to do.
And I start shaping it. Just flick that out. It's kind of like eyeliner to me. Very fine angle brush. I used a cream eyeliner. With this, it just looks more natural. I would use my less finer brush, but this one just really creates like a fake hair moment. I take my powder, and then I put the powder over my brows. And I swear by this because I see girls with their brows and they'll do it and it'll be shiny. Then I take my brush, I go under, over, and then I just start doing this little kind of beat. After I do brows, I do my mascara, which is fire. In Japan, they bring the blush up and they do it over the nose and they kind of put it in the center. And I always kind of wanted that cartoon-esque look.
Are you going to blush again?
So this is Cover FX. It's like a cream highlight. I just put a little bit and I'm missing one.
Then we're going with the blush again. Put it all over the face, Harajuku style. There we go. And then we're going with highlighter. I don't have cream highlighter. She puts it on the nose.
I'll probably go over this with a little bit of the powder blush, just to like mash it back. So just a little bit, probably counts it on top. Give a little bit more and kind of work it upward. And I focus on the part that I wanted to highlight. So I take a cotton pad and I put any makeup remover on it, just go over the inside of my lip. I try not to go too much on the outside because I put blush there to sort of blend that out. It looks a little bit because my lips are very red. I take this.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, I'm getting kind of lost here. So highlight, put a bit of blush to match it again, and put it a bit upward. And so I guess we were right that she did put blush on the lips. So wait, we need makeup remover. Ugh, wait. I don't even know what's happening right now. I don't even know if things are right.
I highlight my Cupid's bow as well. So I just put a little bit and I do my chin as well. I do a little bit there and I really try to blend that. You can bring the blush onto the top lip. I do have a half done liner right now. This is the scary part. This is where everybody starts sweating. But I basically take this, make sure it's nice and wet, and I just kind of create an angle first.
Girl, I can't see anything, so it's kind of hard. She said there's a half done liner. A half done liner. So somewhere in there's a liner thing that I didn't hear about. So I'm gonna do the eyeliner as she said. So pray Just gonna say, I'm actually not a big fan of eyeliners. I don't usually use
Start
them.
bringing it in. And this just looks best with my eye shape. I make sure that everything is even. I measure, and I also pray to God.
This is the best eyeliner that I could do.
I just take my blush, and then I take it, I swirl it, and I work it into my creases. It just makes you look cold, like you're freezing cold. And I don't know what's so sexy about being freezing cold, but I like to look like I'm freezing cold. Okay, so I have a lash line, and it goes by Icy Wifey Cosmetics. It's like a spaced out sort of doll-like lash. And that should be okay. And then I measure it. I can maybe lose like one more. Get your glue. Fan it out. Let it dry. Give it a moment. And I just place it. Some people use tweezers.
Wait, are we?
Whatevs. But I don't. Then I do the next eye.
Wait, we're talking about
So then I
lashes
take this
right
and I have
now.
2 bottles of it because they're way too small.
We're talking about lashes now. Wait a minute. Here I am, like doing my crease. I don't even have a crease. Her eyes are different, has a different shape. So obviously her creases are in different, you know what I mean. Now I'm just gonna put on lashes. I will be back with you when I put on the lashes because this is gonna take a long time and you don't need to see that. I have put on the lashes. Let's do this.
Okay, these are called Freck. So I take this and I shake it up. Make sure it gets on the board. This. But then it goes on like this. And it kind of press that down.
Where?
And it's like a peacocky sort of moment.
Where?
So for a lip, I can do like an ombre. So I take this sort of deep mauve.
She is on the lip part and she did a lot of things that I don't freaking know. So I'm just gonna go by what I heard here. She said freck. Does that mean freckles? So I think I'm just gonna do that.
I dot, and I love this stuff because look, you dot it and then you pick it up and then you just boom. Leave some of them darker than the others. Sometimes I do my forehead so I can be like this. Boom, 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 boom. Press that down. And it's like a peacocky sort of moment. It's like very blue at certain angles and very pink at others. So I take this sort of deep mauve and then feather that out a little bit. And it should look like that, like you're not really wearing anything.
It looks like she just curled her hair, so I'm gonna do that too, and I will be with you with the final look. Okay, so this is the final look. I also just, what do you call this, curled my bangs. As you can see, it's curled up nicely. So I'm actually going to take a look now how different I look from what she looks like. Whoa.
My hair is great.
Oh, dang.
So,
okay, it's different. It's completely different. Right off the bat, the eyeshadow. Wait, how did the eyeshadow become like that? The duochrome eyeshadow that I put in the corners, she actually put it all over her eyes. What? Like how did that happen? Girl. Also, her lashes are much more dramatic. I went with the daily lashes kind of lashes because she didn't really say that it's like big lashes.
It's like a spaced out sort of doll-like lash.
Her lips are also different. It's not the same mauve that I know. It's different. But I also didn't do as bad as I thought I would. If I'm being honest, it's not that close. It doesn't look that close. But hey, it's not bad. It doesn't look that bad. But yeah, this is it. This is the result of me trying to recreate her e-girl look by listening to her voice. I would probably rate myself a 6 out of 10. But yeah, this is it. I also did one for Manila Luzon. It was the first time I tried doing drag makeup, and it was actually really hard, especially in a tropical country. I'm also going to apologize because you may be hearing something in the background that's kind of like that's the fan, because I can't shoot this without a fan. Even with the fan on, I'm sweating, so you know. That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you found it entertaining. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment if you feel like doing that, because I do post every week. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!